Here we are. It's another little program here with Bob's Barn Workshop. Yeah, I'm going to work on my 2001 Chevy Astro van today. I picked it up really cheap. I need to haul my band gear around. I did all the brake lines and everything. Unfortunately, I did that before I started making videos. Did all the front spindles. Not the spindles, but the bearings and the hubs and the wheel cylinders and the brake shoes and I did. Luckily, there was new brakes and drums on the back. I replaced the e-brake cables and a couple of lines that needed to be replaced that were still steel. Bled the whole system out. So I know the brakes are good, and I did all the steering linkage in the front, every moving part in the front steering, because you know. You need to steer and you need to stop for safety. The rest of the stuff you can get along without. If you just die by the roadside, at least somebody can come help you, but it won't kill you. So what I did, I unbolted the hinge roller here, and we'll get started on doing this extend paint job on it. So here we are, kids. This is my beautiful, fantastic van that I bought the haul band gear in. I call it van hauling. This is Bob, by the way, from Bob's Barn Workshop. And today we're going to work on a little boo-boo it's got here. I have a whole new sliding door to replace on this, but that's not what we're going to do today. And this little dog leg by the rear wheel is the only place I found rust. And so I kind of jumped the gun here, and I've already got it. I just ran it out with a disc sander and put on some Extend from Loctite, which is a kind of a rust neutralizing paint, and it won't work unless you put it on some rust. So what I did is I brushed it all down in the cracks because I want to keep this pocket from rusting out more. You know, it's an old van. I'm not expecting it to last forever or anything. I'm just trying to make it look cosmetically better. And so I have to wait for 20 minutes for this to dry, and I'm going to put on another coat, and then I have to wait 24 hours, and then we're going to slap some Bondo in there and sand her down, and I got some touch-up paint, and we'll try to match it up a little bit and make the boo-boo look a little better. And when I get that door repainted, she'll look a lot sweeter. So we'll come back to that and put some more of that Extend on there. Peace. Alright, so that's been on a little over an hour, and it has turned black on the bare rusty metal areas. I needed to disconnect the back hinge on the sliding door because I didn't want to take it off right now, so I kind of got it so I could swing it out of the way. So there's a little trick. There's 3 bolts right there that connect into that hinge and that guide for that track. So anyway, I'm going to put on some gloves here and we'll fix this up. Alright, so I got the door jimmied out of the way. I got my Extend shaken up and at the ready, and I'm just going to use a cheap little disposable acid brush because this isn't going to be anything. This is going to be all bondoed and sanded back and cleaned up. So here we go again. Again, I'm just trying to prevent this rust out for a couple of years. This isn't going to be a lifetime van, obviously. It's a 2001, it's a beater. So I'm pushing a lot of it right down into that crack because that's where she's going to want to rust a lot. So let's just lob a bunch right down in there. Alright, that looks pretty good there. Let's get that on the top now. This ain't rocket science, that's for sure. as good as I can. Touch those rusty edges. How are we doing? Looking good, I think. Get that up in there as far as I can. I'm gonna try to get up on the back of the wheel well here too. I don't know how much this will really work. But we're gonna do it anyway. It does turn black when it reacts with the rust. Get some up on top here in that back groove. More here. Alright, well I think I'm covered. I'm going to smooth this out just a little bit here. Knock the bubbles out of it. Alright guys and gals, well I'm going to let this dry for at least 24 hours. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a wire filler out of some hardware cloth that I have to fit down into the grooves and up through in here and up into the wheel well, or up into the top of the flange here. I'll put Bondo up in the back like that to kind of glue it in place. And that'll give me a little bit of a wire reinforcement inside the Bondo to keep it from cracking and all that. Maybe I'll do it a couple layers. I'll probably fold a piece so it's 2 layers thick. Just put it right in there. And we're ready to rock, and I got my the correct color primer slash I've got regular Rust-Oleum primer, and I've got Duplicolor is the brand name, which I got at AutoZone. I think you can get that at a lot of places. I think you can get it at Advance and all the big auto stores, and you can find the exact color match supposedly. I hope it matches pretty well. Alright, until next time guys, we'll do that Bondo tomorrow or a couple days later. Take care. Here we are at Bob's Barn Workshop again. I don't know why I always have trouble saying that. Anyway, I'm going to start working on this with my electric sander on this old Astro van repair and see what I can do to make this look passable for a quick paint job here. sticky paper here. It's got a better edge on it. I'll work on this just a little more. Close to what I want right for now. I'm gonna have to sand this guy down. I'm getting into my wire that I embedded in there. I'd really like to get this primed today, so I'm going away for a few days. I don't want to leave it open. I want some paint on her. All right, well, I'll go get the Bondo and we'll I'll just rough sand this a little bit to get it to bite. I'll put a little more Bondo on here, and then we'll get this job down the road. Getting there though. Alright, so I got my Bondo filler here, and I'm not going to need a tremendous amount for this, so we'll just put a bit like that there. Oh god darn it. Why would I get grass in there, idiot? Alright. I think that's enough because they're supposed to do a quarter of a can with this. And we don't want this harden up on us too fast, do we? Because that she does. 3 to 5 minutes it says, and she's ready to, she's hard. Hardening beyond using. I know. This stuff is amazing. Amazingly fast. Well, she looks pretty even, don't you think? Alright, now we're going to start putting that right back on where we had it before. Poking it down in all those voids. I want a little bit up in here so I can blend it in. I've got another paddle here I'm going to use in just a minute to help smooth this all out real nice like. I'm kind of waiting for this to solidify a little bit more here. Solidify. So I can bond it up in here. It's a mess, obviously. Ain't no easy way to do this. Alright, I got this little guy to help smooth. But I gotta make sure I don't pull it all out of and make voids where I don't want voids. Yeah, like that. That's gonna take a little bit more building up, I'm sure. You'd be amazed how good this is gonna look when it gets smoothed out though. Starting to get a little harder now, so I can pack a little on the bottom edge here. Try to build that up just enough. I know the body guys are going to be screaming at me for doing crazy stuff like this. The real guys that know what they're really doing. Well, we're having fun, aren't we? I might have to sand this out by hand when the time comes. I get that down in there, nice. Oh yeah, she's setting up now. Real fast. Oh yeah. She's almost beyond repair now. Alright. Scrape my tools down before they get too solid here. I'd like to use them again. They're just cheap plastic. You could just toss them if you didn't think you were going to do this again, but it's not me. I save everything. I guess I'm a hoarder. Alright, well, we'll come back to this once that gets good and hard and sand her down. Alright, here we go. I got 13 minutes of time, it says. So if this drops out, I'll have to charge the battery. I'm going to start out with a little bit of this beast just to get it. We're going to blend this right in as perfectly as we can. Knock the dust out. This thing loads up pretty fast. Not looking half bad, is it? Oops. Alright. Sorry, my bald head's in the way. I'll try to restrain myself. I'm going to bring it right down to the top of that molding. That's my rocker panel trim, whatever, coming up around there for the wheel well. I want to get into that as good as I can. I'll get that with the power sander. We're starting to get that arch reshaped though. Brought back to what it was. I'm gonna power sand a little more and then we'll go back to the Alright, I'm going to go on AC power. Back on AC power so we won't run out of juice. Still trying. trying to get this mother right here down. And I ain't looking for show car here. I'm just looking to cover up the nasty rust hole that I had. Let's see if I can do anything by hand here. This is only 220, so it's not real aggressive. And I think it loads up pretty fast with material, so it makes it ineffective pretty quick. Well, you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to pause until I get this down to almost where I want it. Well, I'm pretty happy with how the exterior looks here. It feels very smooth to the touch. I can't feel the humps, so I shouldn't be able to see them. But I do have to add a little bit more filler under here because from the back you can see it. So somehow I got to try to build that up just a little bit. Maybe touch up just a couple of these little tiny holes. So this is going to be another real small batch. So I got some clean cardboard. I just want that much. And I won't get the grass in it this time, I promise. And this is just like mixing any other two-part epoxy. Just got to keep stirring it around till it's all the same color. Scrape the bottom good. Got more than what I wanted. Get it off the putty knife. Get it back into the mix. I don't want to put much on here at all on some of these spots. I got a couple tiny spots right there. Gotta work it down in. I got way too much. Just trying to smooth out that edge underneath. Probably the winter weather will knock it right off anyway. But I'm making the effort. And I can get in there with a file and square that edge up. I just got to build it up enough so I got something to take off. Getting there. As soon as this hardens, it'll stay. It'll start hardening pretty soon. Stuff is wicked. If I don't get it this time, it's done anyway. I want to be done with this. It's starting to stay now. Yeah. Right there. Okay, fans, well, I'll be back when that hardens up.